You know what's so interesting? Yesterday, I didn't realize when it was happening, what was happening until now. Like, I look back at the situation. Yesterday, I had to go to this, like, office to get something worked out. And all of us who were there, we had to wait in this line, and we had extreme weather in our area. So, it was like 100 degrees outside. So, we had to stand outside for an hour, and there were before us there were people passing out and all types of things. It was an interesting experience. So when I finally get inside, and the lady who was doing security there, she was complaining, like she got into it, like the actually like one of the clients got into it with the security guard because he thought somebody was cutting the line. And mind you, I sat outside. I was with him for a whole hour outside. So I was seeing how he was moving the whole time he was outside. And then when we finally got inside, I started seeing how he was moving too. So the security officer, she was right. Like, and the guy was like trying to like corrupt everyone. He was trying to corrupt everyone. From the first moment he got there, he was, oh my gosh, it was wild. But I wasn't paying him any mind. So then I didn't know that I could give healing to a situation spiritually just by me smiling and laughing about the situation and not entertaining it. Out of all the people, like the lady, she came up to me. It was probably about like 20 of us in there when we finally made it inside the building before we even got seen. So out of all the people, out of all 20 people, she came to me to vent. And mind you, I'm like just witnessing everything that was happening. So she was actually right, and two of the people were trying to argue with her. And she had to tell them, like, what? Like, I'm not arguing with you. She was like, I don't have to explain anything to y'all. Like, And then she came to me to like vent or for support. And she was like, what's up with these people today? They on 10, they on fire today, and blah, blah, blah. And instead of like me instigating the situation, all I did was smile and laugh and smile and laugh. And that healed her enough to like release it and then keep moving and doing her job. Because she had to be there for the rest of the shift, for like more hours. So could you imagine, like, if I would have instigated, like, oh, you're right, and man, yeah, they're wild, and blah, 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 blah. That would have, like, set her on a different path. But all by me just smiling and laughing and shaking my head. And then she came back to me 2 times. She came back to me 2 times, and all I did was smile and shake my head and laugh. And that allowed her to release it and not continue staying in that mode of like having to go at war with these people. And I didn't know that that's a form of healing. That's a form of like spiritual healing, because spiritual is like the emotions, non-physical, like the thoughts, emotions are spiritual. And I didn't know that I could actually provide healing in those situations. Even while it was happening, I didn't realize it till today that I was actually providing her a service by her coming to me to vent about the two people who were in there and were trying to go up against her or whatever. And by me not instigating it, but like smiling, and that to help transcend the situation for her to triumph and then keep going so that she could finish her shift, and for it to not escalate to a place where it didn't need to go. And I think she naturally did that on her own when she realized, like, why am I explaining anything to y'all? She's like, I'm not going back and forth. Like, so it was just an interesting experience. And I think on my journey, when I was learning about like this whole like mental and emotional wellness and like just different relations with people and how to be harmonious with people, I probably wouldn't have realized that, wait, that's a form of healing and that's a form of service. And just also the two routes that I could have took in that situation, even though she was right, honestly. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was interesting, and I thought to share this. But keep being great.